Well, good morning, this is John. Hope you guys are doing alright out there in YouTube land. Okay, I'm going to give you a garden update and see how these seeds that I planted are all coming out in the vegetable garden. The potato cage is running riot. Almost looks like we're starting to get the flowers are ready to come on the potatoes. And this beautiful flower. That's woody nightshade. Oh no, it's potato. Okay. Turns out that woody nightshade, potatoes and tomatoes and peppers, they're all in the same family, so the flowers look similar. Coming out here, we've got a cabbage there. We got some cilantro growing there, very small. Larger cabbage here. Don't know what this is, so I'm letting it grow. This is coming from a stake that I drove in the ground. More little cabbages, more growth from stakes, but this is where it starts to get interesting. Here we've got lettuces taken that I planted, grew from seed. More here, more lettuce there. There's different types of lettuce. Here's a tomato plant, and there's something grown here. I think that might be a type of lettuce. It was a multi-variety that I planted there, and that is some kind of chocolate boot. Anyhow, continuing on, more lettuce here. Tomato, comfrey's pushing up everywhere. Let's fight to keep it down. Look at this flower here. Look at that, don't even know what that is. That's nice. Looks a bit like sorrel, but I don't know. And now we've got this plant here. It looks like a type of daisy. That looks really nice. I'll put them down there and put them in the house in a vase. All the potatoes I planted in 2 rows here have all came up and are looking really well, healthy and growing vigorously. Looking fantastic. The tomatoes on this side are doing really well. In fact, we're getting flowers on these guys already, which will turn into tomatoes. We've got a pepper plant here. Onion, garlic, onion, cilantro, tomato, a big cilantro. This one's taken off really well. These are all grown from seed. We've got a tomato plant here. I have to pull this stuff down, otherwise there we go. More tomato, the never-ending tomato, onion, tomato, and here there's a little volunteer from last year, so that's great. We've got a couple of volunteers in the garden, and so all these tomatoes are looking smashing. Here we've got 1, 2, 3 cucumbers coming through. Another volunteer tomato plant here, and another tomato plant here. There we go. Move these out of the way. How lovely. I'm so happy it's coming together. I can hardly wait for it all to be ready. But I'll say maybe a month and a half, 2 months, to be ready to pick a lot of this stuff. I know that this is comfrey, and for some strange reason I thought this was too. It looks similar, but has a beautiful blue flower. I'll check that out in the plant book. And of course, tons of mint here. Well, it's now about July the 7th. The potatoes have took off really well in the potato cage. Not only that, here there's a little, what is that? It's unusual, I've never seen that on a potato before. It's like a potato with a tomato grown on it. They've still got flowers, but they're starting to get past their best, so it'll be time to pick them quite soon. Here's another one of those fruits there. There you go. Well girls, how you doing? Are you staying cool enough? It's a bit much, isn't it? Kind of weather is this? Okay, you're going in. What about you, Crossbeak? Are you going to go in too? Are we then? Are we? Got another cabbage coming here. Not doing too well. I've already picked one, it was great. But these ones are taking a while to come up. Now we get this far down. I'm going to come into the land of lettuce and what do they call them? Mustard greens. And then we have some tomatoes grown. Oh, there's a beet there. There's a beet plant there. And there's a beet down there too. You can't beat it. And I'm not sure what this is. It might be cilantro. But it's grown like crazy. The onions have took really well. We've got more tomatoes here. Having to water them every single day. It's been really hot. It was like 100 yesterday. But there's a tomato sitting on the vine there, just waiting to get ripened. More mustard greens. This is an unusual tomato. I don't see that as far as the shape of the leaves, but it's bearing fruit, so that's a good sign. That looks great. And down here is the pepper there, but it's not getting much light, so it's not doing too well. The garlic did not make it, but this onion did. That's cilantro, that's what all this is. This is cilantro flower. And here, the potatoes are starting to turn, you can tell. They look like they're thinning out a bit. I'll wait maybe another week and then start digging them up if they're ready. Actually, what killed some of the plants was the big hailstones, the 3/4 inch hailstones that came a couple of weeks ago. It just came down like crazy and everything's white. There's this lightning going. Well, it's a pretty hot day here, but I'm enjoying just weeding and watering the plants, not labour intensive, so that's fun. Well, let's see how the vegetable garden's looking right now. It's been a couple of weeks. Everything's coming on great. I can't wait till all fruits, but we're going to start eating the lettuce already. It tastes so good. But like they say, you can't beat homegrown, can you? In lots of fruits and vegetables. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll see you in a bit. And outside here in the potato cage, as you can see, the flowers have grown like crazy, which means these guys are further on than the other potatoes that are planted. So maybe a potato cage is more conducive to a quicker harvest. I don't know. But I do know one thing, the flowers are absolutely gorgeous. The humble potato has one of the most beautiful flowers, go figure. Well, good morning. It's tatey picking time. Some of the taties back here are ready to pick. I've already done some, so let's go and get this taken care of. These potatoes are still growing, not as strong as they were, and they'll be getting done soon. I think I see taty. There's the first one. And that's just a taterling, is it? Some little taterlets here. Well, got enough taters for dinner anyhow. And tomatoes are coming on okay. There's even one ready there. So it's that time of year, begin the harvest. All the mustard greens have bolted, as you can see, but the tomatoes are coming on well. Oh yes, happy tomatoes. It's got to keep them well watered, that's the thing. So it's been a hot summer, not too hot, but you know, nice and hot. Well, that's it, our harvest today. Nice tomato, and there's a potato plant there I'm going to water. I'm going to re-water these ones I dug up, see if we can get them to regrow up. So we've still got little taters on the end of them. And these guys are not ready to be dug yet. But there is a cucumber down there, so bring out the watering hose, I say. Well, it's about the 3rd of August now, and sure enough we're getting some peppers on this pepper plant here. Peppers growing on there, nothing here. So that's great. Now there's these pepper plants here by the hot tub, and look at this, man. Purple cayenne peppers, almost black, beautiful, man. That's great. I'm over the moon we're getting these. We've had lots of tomatoes off this plant here that's been really good. That drinks tons of water. These guys are just coming on here, but we have had a lot of this plant here already. Here, I've got some peppers on here, and this pepper plant there might be yeah, this Scotch bonnet, really hot peppers here. And here we've got peppers from the neighbour, and these peppers grow upwards. Look at that, isn't that unusual? All our hops are pretty much ready to be, look at that, man, Hop Town. These are ready to be picked and made beer with. These ones here, like those pear tomatoes, I'm not keen on them. They taste alright, but they're very small. And here we've got some cabbage. They're growing kind of slow too. At the side of the house we've got these cabbages. That looks fairly healthy. More Scotch bonnet peppers there. They're growing great. I'm really happy about this. That kind of looks like a turnip. More Scotch bonnet peppers. There's a nice big one there, relatively big. Of course the tomatoes are growing here like crazy. I've been picking them already. So what a great summer. It's been hot, but you know what? Apparently it's worth it. And these guys here are carrots. And I saw one sticking out through the... There you go, there's a carrot there. Part of a one. We've got, and then there's this here, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's Brussels sprouts or broccoli or something like that. I don't recall where it would be, where I planted. This here is just, oh, it's intoxicating. It's like it's a mint, type of mint. I'll guess by the shape, I'm going to say spearmint, but I could be wrong. And of course, more carrots. What a great day. What a great year for growing. And of course, we've got Mojo out this morning. Just getting the last of the dandelions. I do like to cut them down. In the summer, the grass grows yellow and everything dies except these dandelions. Well, they're not dandelions, they're maybe a type of groundsel or daisy or something. But anyhow, Mojo's going out there and taking care of these fellows for us. And in the middle of the garden we've got this pepper plant that's doing pretty good. And it looks, yep, we've got peppers on it. Look how they're doing good. They might be just regular type peppers, I'm not sure. And then we've got a pepper plant here, so we're going to be alright for peppers this year. I also suspect that we're going to be doing good for grapes this year too, because everything's just took off like crazy. Look at this. Oh yeah, I'm seeing grapes over there, not ripe, but they're all coming on. Who's this following us around the garden? Is it them two girls? Peckle and Crossbeak? Are you guys alright? Hi. And here we have a pepper in a bucket. That might be a Scotch bonnet too, or a Carolina Reaper. And yet another tomato down here, hidden in the undergrowth. This plant here is called, say hello, hello, a velvet leaf. Now that comes in the bird seed. It's not natural to this area, but it might be natural, but it's a bane to farmers in Washington. It really invades the fields. And look at the seed pod here. It looks very poppy-esque, but it's not. It's a velvet leaf. Here we have a plant pot of tomatoes that I grew last winter, and in the spring I put them out and they just keep producing. So it's like a double harvest for these guys. And the birds are going to love these. Look at this. Oh, seeds. We also have this plant. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I know in England, like I've studied plants for years, I'm thinking this kind of looks like a rose bay willow herb. Well, it turns out that it is a willow herb, but it's a different type. I think it might be called a hairy willow herb. The bees are loving this. Look at that. Ah yes, very nice. And this is also a herb. That's like a licoricey type of herb taste.